the things that you could take away from this, I'm sure we're gonna talk about it more, is, Carl had himself a great outstanding a great offensive game, excuse me. Bridges too, I understand it was a bum night, but confidence is confidence. We know that they are an emotional bunch. So, if they feeling good, seeing the shot go down, that's what I'll take, especially in what, a little over 20 something minutes, as we have Denver coming up tomorrow. So those are the kinds of things I take away. Really sucks about Diwara, man. Today would have been a game for him to go crazy, but unfortunately tweaked his ankle. We're gonna hopefully get some more updates on that going forward. Tonight, Hukporti hit a three. I had fun today, Alex. I had fun today, bro.
Let's start with the role player of the game, and that is none other than Karl-Anthony Towns. And I know some might say, well, Mikal Bridges had the most points, but once again, I thought Karl-Anthony Towns was the player of the game. I thought the way that he
Okay.
handled that second quarter and just being aggressive tonight was really impactful for what the Knicks needed, just to create that separation against the Wizards. And not saying that the Wizards were going to be any difficult team, but you just
Yeah.
want to get an easy night and just make sure that these guys got rest. And Karl-Anthony Towns did that in the second quarter, man. I
Yeah.
mean, nobody was stopping this guy. He was just attacking, getting downhill to all of his spots with ease. Look, he took 16 shots tonight. 4 of them were from downtown. So he went 6 of 12 from inside the arc, which great shooting night from him, and then hit 4 of his 6 free throws. Got to get back onto being a, knockdown free throw shooter, my guy, but come on. Still good enough as is, and then grabbed 14 boards, got the 3 assists and the 2 steals tonight as well. So, look, Towns just very impactful tonight. And with him, it's like this is what I hope to be the beginning of, like, how sometimes you just need, like CK, we play golf. You just need that easy par
Yep.
3 for you, par
Yep.
4, whatever it is, man,
Yep.
just to get you back in
Get yourself
rhythm and
back.
be like,
Yep.
all right,
100%.
get yourself loose, be like, all right, I could do this. I could do this. This is who I am. And I
Yeah.
hope this is what it is for Karl-Anthony Towns because look, he only played 26 minutes tonight, man, and still
Yeah.
got 19 points and 14 boards. And made it an easy work of Alex Sarr and everybody else on the Washington Wizards. No one's able to guard him tonight. So I hope this is just the beginning of Karl-Anthony Towns getting back into rhythm, especially with a tough matchup against the Joker tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna need some rules and regulations on what qualifies as a role player. This man just got named an all-star, and we're calling him a role player. I don't know. I'm putting an asterisk next to your role player of
No,
the
I said
game,
game.
but
I said play of the game. Play of the game.
okay, okay. I thought we heard. Okay, okay, okay. All right, for sure. Either way, I disagree. I'm gonna take any opportunity to go with my guy, Mister Nosebleed, Mikal Bridges, man. And it's funny because everything you said, I'm gonna copy and paste it and just switch it with Mikal Bridges. Because like it's the same thing. It's the same thing. We need him to have a confidence boost. The par three mentioned, everything you mentioned, I completely agree. I'm gonna copy paste with Mikal Bridges because when Bridges is shooting the way he did defensively today, look great as well. He's been him and OG. I feel like have been locking in defensively in this stretch. Reading the lanes again, looking like the stocks guy that he was to start off the year. And then look, when he has a 20-point game with the efficiency in which he did it, like those are the kind of nights that we want from Mikal Bridges on a more consistent basis. So I love your pick. I think Carl is a great choice, but anytime I can have an opportunity to, flex my Mikal Bridges hive muscles, I'm going to take it. Tonight's one of those nights. 23 points, leading score. He did it in less minutes, so take that. Yeah, Mikal. I'm joking. Mikal Bridges, though, I think great night against a team where you should have a good night. But let's see if he can duplicate that in a bigger game tomorrow against the Denver Nuggets.
I feel like for OG, he's been on a very good trend for player of the game, so I don't want to just put him into role player of the game. So I feel like for a night like tonight, and the guy's been playing very well. And I got to go with Landry Shamet, man, because I feel like Shamet has just been on pace to be a much, just a mainstay in this rotation. Like earlier on this season, I didn't, I thought he would have been the guy that could have been situational. He has proven me wrong at this point. Obviously, things could still change, but he has proven me wrong to the sense that Mike Brown likes to go with Shamet because he offers a lot of versatility and his off-ball movement is what is surely needed for this Knicks offense. I mean, look, this guy is just running around 3-point land, goes 4 of 6 from downtown, 5 of 8 from the field. He's just giving you a lot of energy off ball. playing aggressively on defense as well, but he's playing that 3-and-D role to a T coming off the bench, and he's been staying hot, man. He has been staying hot these last couple of games. So I'm going to give the role player of the
Doing it.
game to Landry Shamet just because I feel like, look, man, on most nights against tougher opponents, OG, Josh, Bridges, those guys can easily earn it. So I'm going to give it to Landry Shamet tonight.
My role player of the game, and it's going to none other than Ariel Hukporti. I gotta give it to the big fella. I thought he went out there and he was doing great stuff, doing the normal Hukporti stuff. But when when Mike Brown went crazy and paired him up with Jemison and put him at the 4, that's when I got interested. I'm like, all right, let's see how different Hukporti's game looks up now that Jemison gonna be taking up his spot. What's gonna happen? Well, we saw Hukporti driving. We saw Hukporti waiting in spots to get those wraparound passes, to get those lays. We saw the early and one play. We had the 3. He took the first one, which had a lot of us, especially the way he missed it, because that thing clanked so hard. A lot of us were like, Ariel, that's not your game. He said, oh yeah, watch this. 2 plays later, 3 ball, same spot, bangs it. 1 for 2 from the 3-point line today. Yeah, I love seeing 1 rebound away from that double. Yeah, 12 points today, 9 rebounds. Again, it's all in garbage time. It's all in good fun. But stepping up when Diwara went out, excuse me, and he had to get some more minutes today. It's just like every time we see him out there, we learn something more about his game. I'm a fan of the project that is Ariel Hukporti, and I thought he gave us some fun minutes to watch in this game that was, we were up by 30, 40 at one point. So that I'm going to give it to him. He might not get many for the year, so I'm going to make sure he gets his flowers for the effort he had today.
Not looking so hot for Deuce right now, man. Being told that he's getting multiple opinions on that injured left ankle. A couple days ago, we had heard that it's just kind of routine soreness. Well, you're kind of hearing now that that's not the case. Multiple opinions right now for Deuce, and no timetable set for his return. So right now, we're hearing that it's more than just soreness, and so I'm just gonna have to wait and see, what the future holds for Deuce McBride. But look, as we've been saying, amidst all the questions about Jordan Clarkson, we've been fielding those questions for almost feels like a week now. Where's Clarkson? What's up with Clarkson? And Al, you and CK have been saying like he's gonna find his way back, because if you just see the way this team has been trending all year, the injury bug has not been on their side. This isn't last year. Last year they were fortunate. This year you could call them the New York ankles, man, because between Mitch, Brunson, Hart now on both ankles, Deuce, Diwara, like they're just a walking wounded right now. So let's hope for positive results coming up. And hey, next man up. But Jordan Clarkson will certainly be back in the rotation if Hart can go tomorrow, and if Diwara was the one that got helped off the court. So you got to think that his looked a little bit worse. We'll see what's up with Hart though.
Let's get into some key stats of the night, CK, brought to you by DraftKings. All right. So, CK,
Yo.
looking at tonight's game, hey, it was a breeze for the New York Knicks, man. I mean, it was a wire-to-wire victory. They didn't have to worry about anything. Largest lead of the night was 41 for them. Largest lead for the Wizards was 0 because they never had a lead in this game. So, looking at the numbers, Knicks barely beat them in the rebounding battle 49-42. They did win the assist battle 34-19. Just great to see when the Knicks are moving the rock, man, and everyone's working off ball cutting, looking for the open man. This offense just moves a lot better when they're sharing the rock. They tied the Wizards with 6 steals apiece. They won the block battle 5-3. Won the turnover battle too. They got back to being under single digits. They had 9 turnovers tonight, 13 for the Wizards. But this is where they really went off, CK, is that they just shot so well from the field. I mean, 53% from the field to the Wizards, 41%. 46% from downtown to the Wizards, 36%. I know you could ask a little bit more from the free throw percentage, as I'm sure you will. They shot 70% from the free throw line, while the Wizards shot 63%. But then looking at, the other key categories here, Knicks dominated the paint, 54-40. Second chance opportunities. They did lose this one, but hey, if you're shooting so well, you don't need a second chance opportunity, so I'm not too worried there. Knicks only had 9 second chance opportunities to the Wizards 21. And then when it came to fast break points, Knicks made it easy tonight, won 18-12. Gotta get out in transition to get those easy buckets. What were your key stats of the night, man? What are your biggest takeaways?
So it's so funny because of the type of game. I'm trying not to be too critical. Love that, that 41 lead to 0 because they didn't have a lead. But no, points off turnovers. I'm just gonna stay consistent because of the old fact that we've been so much better at keeping our turnovers down. We're at 8 in this one. I love that. But for me, the points off turnovers are key because it means the defense is still being played at a high level. We doubled theirs basically because they only had 8, we had 16. Yeah, I love that we're going back to getting those open court steals. We're going back to, making things uncomfortable for the other team. Again, I understand it's Washington, but I love that we have been consistent in those points off turnovers. I need that to stay that way, especially with the likes of the teams that we have coming up next. So yeah, I love that 16-8 the differential in points off turnovers for myself. That's my favorite one.
So you're going with points off turnovers. Okay. Going points off turnovers. All right, man. I like that. For me, I'm gonna go with the. I mean, there's just so many. I'm gonna go with the turnovers, man. This team was actually just an abomination when it came to protecting the rock, man. They actually dropped down to the middle to lower part of the league, and they were just nasty work, man. Nasty work. The double-digit turnovers, careless turnovers too that we saw during January, and that the losing that they had during that stretch, man. The 9 of 11, it was just like they didn't care. They weren't paying attention. They were just so loosey-goosey with the basketball. And obviously, you can't be like that when you're trying to win games. You obviously can't be like that when you're trying to win postseason. So it's nice to see them tighten up a bit, even if it was a lowly Washington Wizards team, to only have 9 turnovers tonight. I thought that was a good job by the team. Excellent way to just get back on track, start protecting the rock, and playing with a level of focus, man. Because, for some nights, even against a team like the Wizards, you could say, it's the Wizards. Why do I got to really try so hard? We're going to go out there. We're probably going to win anyway. But next thing you know, then you're in a closer game than you need to be. And then when you got to play the second night of a back-to-back, then you're in trouble. So I like that they were able to keep the turnovers down tonight. I thought that was a good job by them. So good job by the Knicks for keeping down the low turnover rate. And let me tell you something else. Good job by our sponsor of the night, DraftKings, people. All right. Shout out to DraftKings. The NBA's biggest stars deliver in the biggest moments. With DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, you can cash in whenever they take over. DraftKings has your back with early exit. If your player goes down any time in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use that promo code KFTV. New customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly with the promo code KFTV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is for a limited time offer. Remember, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use that promo code KFTV. New customers can bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly with that promo code KFTV. All right, the crown is yours.
So we got a big game tomorrow against Denver. It's actually surprisingly, the Knicks have been playing really good against Denver these last couple years.
That they
I
have.
don't remember if it was last year or the year before. I remember OG had like 40 against them. So, I like that matchup. And Cat plays pretty decent against Jokic. So, and we're both coming off a back-to-back. I don't know did they win in Detroit tonight or did they lose?
I don't think they got back. They were trying to make a little comeback, but I don't. Yeah, no, they got close. They lost by 3.
Okay, yeah, but so it seemed like they was in a dogfight. So hopefully that that sways in our favor. But yeah, the game tonight it was looking like it was gonna be the Mo show, man. Like I think he played like 4 or 5 minutes, had 4 or 5 points, an assist, a rebound. Like he was looking real good out there. Just moved like the way he moves it. You could see it, like he just has the natural basketball player, like just instinct. You know what I'm saying? Like even though he's raw and he like makes mistakes here and there, you could just see the makings of a good basketball player, a good rotation basketball player in there. So I'm really excited about that. I think he might come along really good for our wing depth. And this all around team effort. Like I think on this win streak, we've had 6 players average double figures. Like, nobody's really, taking control. Everybody's just, spreading the ball around. And whatever they talked about, like they all just got on the same page and they've been locked in ever since, man. So hopefully we could keep this up. And Clyde said it on the air. He was like, me and Willis, we could have scored, a lot more points, but we wouldn't have won a championship, and that's what these guys are in it for at the end of the day. So hopefully, they can keep the ball rolling. I think at home tomorrow, I think we should get it done against Denver. Now these trades, oh man, that James Harden, oh man. You ever see like they would in the football games when they're throwing the ball back, trying to score, with like 3 seconds left, they just keep throwing the ball back, the laterals keep throwing it back. Yeah, that's literally that's literally what they did. I don't know what the hell they got going on over there, because you just completely killed like your future and everything. I don't know what they think they're getting to James Harden. Like he's what 3 inches taller than 3-4 inches taller than Garland. That's it. Like they're pretty much the same player. If anything, I'd rather have Garland in the playoffs, because we all know James Harden, his history. Like I don't know. I don't know. The Vooch trade. Jalen and Cat gonna see that. That's gonna be food for them in the playoffs. So I ain't really worried about that. But like I said, that James Harden trade, I don't know what what Cleveland is thinking. I really don't. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that one right there is just mind-boggling to me.